Hello, guys and girls, on an absolutely incredible, perfect, absolutely perfect Sunday afternoon on a Veterans Day weekend. That's right, Veterans Day weekend, and God couldn't have made a more perfect day than He made today for our veterans here in Oklahoma to be celebrating this weekend. I look around behind me at that mountain behind me. Is that something? Look at that. Is that spectacular over there? I need to probably give it a rest. I know that, but it just seems like it took forever to get there. But once it got there, it's outstanding. I can't help but video it. I can't help but look at it. I can't. It almost just takes my breath away. Veterans Day weekend, and we all, each and every one of us, owe such a huge debt of gratitude to the veterans that have served, kept this country free, kept this country where we can go to church on Sundays, where we can express our opinion for the most part. We've got a lot of politicians that have tried to take that freedom away from us, and a lot of them have been very successful in doing that over the last couple, 2 or 3 years. But can I tell you, I think this country is always going to be free because we've got great people and we've got great veterans, great military fighting for us all over the world to keep us free. They're fighting because of America. We've got the greatest country in the world. They're not tearing down fences and cutting holes in fences and swimming rivers to get into many other countries. I guarantee you that. And the folks want to come to America. All you need to do is travel around in the country and you'll see just how great America is. Yeah, we've got some major problems right now. There's no doubt about that. But let me tell you, the thing that we have in America that they don't have anywhere else in the world is great, proud Americans that are willing to sacrifice even their life to keep the freedoms that we have and that we cherish so much. We are allowed to do things in this country that they can't do in other countries. I'm pretty amazed at some of the protests and things that are going on right now, protesting terrorist organizations, and many of the people that are protesting those terrorist organizations would be killed if they lived there. They would be absolutely executed if they lived in those countries for their beliefs of all things or their sexual orientation of all things. So we live in a great country. We need to be very proud. And let me tell you what else we need to be doing. We need to be thanking veterans. You know, it tickles me to death when I see a guy that's my age or even some younger than me and some older than me that have a hat on, a World War II hat or a Vietnam hat or a Korean War hat, or have some hat on showing that they're a veteran, and they're proud of that fact that they serve the country. And we need to be proud for them, and we need to thank them. We just need to tell them thank you. We appreciate that. Don't ever get in mind that they know we appreciate it. They know we thank them. Don't ever get that set in your mind. Just say something to them. Shake their hand, sir, ma'am. I appreciate what you did for America, and it means a lot to them. I promise you, it means a lot to them. There's absolutely no doubt about it. We have freedoms that they don't have all over the world, and we have it because of men and women who have fought to keep us free. Men and women who have sacrificed so much. Many of them sacrificed their life. Many of them are in heaven with God right now because they sacrificed their life for this great country and for the freedoms that they believe in. It's just amazing what we have here in America. And not only are there a lot of adversaries out there outside of our borders trying to destroy this country, we have people inside this country trying to destroy us. And, Ronald Reagan once said that we are only a generation away from losing our freedom. So we need to be teaching our kids, and I'm not sure they're doing it now in school these days. We need to be teaching our kids American history. We need to be teaching them about the wars that we fought in this country to keep this country free. And we need to be proud of the fact that when we fought those wars, we not only kept America free, we freed up a lot of the world. World War I and World War II, perfect examples of freeing the world from a tyrant, freeing the world from tyranny, freeing the world from people that wanted to take over and control everybody's life. Granted, like I said, we do have folks here in this country wanting to do the exact very thing, but can I tell you, those people are wrong. Those people are wrong. We exist as a great nation because of the freedoms we have. We don't need to be controlled. We don't need to be what to do and what to wear and where to work and how to talk and how to think and how to vote. We don't need to. We need to have our vote count, and we need to be able to make up our mind ourselves who we want to vote for. So with all the things going on, we live in the greatest country in the world, and I'm so proud to be an American. At church today, we sang that song, I'm proud to be an American. Lee Greenwood, I've talked about it before, I guess kind of patting myself on the back. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time with my buddy Johnny Morris and Roland Martin, but I got to stand on the stage in Nashville with Tony Orlando from Tony Orlando and Don and Mr. Lee Greenwood himself and sang God Bless the USA. We got to sing God Bless the USA in church today. And I got to do that with the man himself, Lee Greenwood. And God is blessing the USA. And the reason that God is blessing the USA is we have so many people who believe in God. We are founded under God, irrespective of what so many people want to think and irrespective of how they want to change the Constitution. America is founded under God. And we were founded to be an experiment in democracy, an experiment in Christianity, and it's worked pretty good for over 200 years. And it's going to continue to work as long as God is still with us, and God will still be with us as long as we have a good bunch of people in this country that are honoring Him in everything they do and letting Him lead them in their lives and are obeying what God set aside that we should obey. But listen to me. We're the old generation. People like me, it's just like, it's asinine if I don't love America. It's asinine if I don't believe we're the greatest country in the world. But there are a lot of younger people out there. When I say younger, I'm talking about them even 18, 20, 25, 30 years old. Since they started sending, one president we had years ago from Arkansas started sending kids to school when they're 4 years old, and they were indoctrinated all the way through school. Many of them. Not every school, not every teacher. Don't think I'm against teachers, because I love teachers to death. I have two of them in my family, and they're both excellent, great teachers. But so many of the teachers in so many areas around the country teaching those kids to hate America, and many of them do. Many of them believe that socialism, Marxism, is the best way of life. And socialism, they've experimented with that a lot. It's never worked yet anywhere. And it won't work here in the United States, but hopefully we'll never get to that. But guys and girls, just stand up and be proud to be an American. Pat the veterans on the back, tell them thank you, and teach your kids and your grandkids what it means to be an American, how special it means to be in America. Show them some stuff. Pull up some stuff on social media and show them how it is to live in some of the other countries of the world and the freedoms that we take for granted that they don't have. So, veterans, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Every man and woman that's ever celebrated for this great country of ours and ever served out there to keep the rest of us free, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And when you see a veteran, if you know a veteran that's a friend of yours, just thank them every now and then. Tell them I sure appreciate what you did for the United States of America, the greatest country that God ever created. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. Hey, go fishing this week. Fire up that Mercury motor, pull by a Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's and buy you some fishing gear and get out there and fish. We've got beautiful, incredibly great weather all over the South, and the fish are biting. Many of the lakes have got down to that magic 58, 59, 60 degree temperature. 58's the optimum. Remember, in the springtime when it gets up to 58, fishing's great. When in the summertime and the fall, when the water gets down to 58, same thing. So sometimes in some years it doesn't stay around that 57, 58, 59 mark very long. It just keeps on plummeting. But we've got a beautiful Indian summer, fall. This is early winter. We're in the middle of November. This is early winter, and we're still having 60 and 70 and 75 and 80 degree days. So we've got Indian summer going into the wintertime. We've got a fall going into the wintertime, which is spectacular. As long as that water temperature stays around 58 degrees, you'll be able to whack them out there and just have a ball. So get out there and catch them. Square bills, crankbaits, redman spinner baits, all of those baits are working really, really well. If you have a tough time getting you a bait, get you a Crappie Magic, put you a little Lucky Bug or a Lucky Swimming minnow on there. Promise you, you're going to catch them. Guys and girls, go out there and have a great one. And remember, I sure do love you.